everyone, and welcome to the first actual Small Town Secrets video. And I want to talk about the Estes Method. For those of you who don't know what that is, it is a method developed by Connor Randall and Carl Pfeiffer of Hellier and Spirits at the Stanley fame. It was developed to kind of legitimize the spirit box, which is a device that quickly scans through radio frequencies, giving you bits of voices, bits of sounds, garbled static that you can kind of pick out words and phrases from. It is a divisive device, to say the least. You either love it or you hate it. But using the Estes method has taken this little thing and made it, I think, in my eyes, a much more useful tool, a much more legitimate tool than it ever used to be. So what is the Estes method? Well, I've been explaining it, I guess, for a while. You essentially take your spirit box, plug in some soundproof drummer headphones, and put on an eye mask so that you cannot see, you cannot hear. All you can hear in your headphones is of the spirit box going back and forth. Then everyone else around you that you can't see and you can't hear starts asking questions, starts initiating conversation with the phenomena. And then you, hearing the static and picking out the phrases, sometimes maybe psychically, sometimes physically. I feel like it's kind of a word association type of deal where you hear some garbled static, your brain hits on a word or a phrase, and then you just say out the first one that comes to your mind. And that gives you, I think, the best results. So you're sitting there spouting out answers to questions that you can't hear. And so when you go back and you review that, and all of a sudden, these people are asking these questions, and you are hearing these things and reciting them back, and then they start to correlate and link up, that makes for some pretty interesting results when the energy is right and everything works. But sometimes you don't have a group of people. I mean, even two people doesn't, you need a couple sometimes to bounce around. But sometimes you don't have a group of people to pull that off. So I was wondering, is there a way to develop a solo version of the Estes method? So this is going to be the first of a few videos. I have a couple of different variations I want to try. I'm going to tweak it over time. This first one uses note cards. I just wrote down questions on note cards. I want to do another kind of note card variation, and then I want to do one maybe where people have written stuff on note cards that I don't even know what they say, and maybe one like that where someone has recorded questions giving me time to answer them that, once again, I don't even know what they are. So this first one, I just took like 12 questions. Some of them were very low-ball, simple questions. Some of them were much more on point towards the phenomenon. It ranged from, can you name a color? What is your name? To more interesting questions like, are you not human? Are you human? Things like that. And you will see from the video that it starts off a little rocky, other than the fact that I hold the cards upside down and that I kind of get annoyed when I can't find one of them. But I don't think upside down cards affected the test too much. Maybe I would have gotten better answers, actually, if they were right side up. But I'll make sure to take care of that in the next experiment. Still got some interesting stuff from it. And you will notice that kind of the low ball questions don't get great responses, but the more in-depth stuff does. And I think that there is, there's a graph, there's a peak where it starts off a little, and then near the middle, some interesting stuff has happened, and then it kind of tapers down as it winds down. So take a look at this and let me know what you think, if there's ideas for tweaking it, or just if maybe you come up with some interesting correlations towards the answers that I haven't. Who knows? Also, about halfway through the video, there are some clicking noises that, once again, I didn't hear them because I had headphones on. I couldn't hear anything. But these clicking noises kind of come about halfway through the vid, and I don't really know what they are. At first I thought it was maybe just the camera rig doing something, but then nothing on this camera rig clicks. Everything is screws, and you just tighten it all up. And then I thought, well, maybe it's not like a clicking, maybe it's like of something loose and moving, but as you can tell from the video, or will tell from the video, the camera doesn't move at all. The only thing that I can kind of think of what it might have been was some sort of bug, because there are bugs that will make a clicking noise that maybe landed on the mic or the camera close enough to be picked up. I'm not sure. So it might be a bug, it might be some sort of weird unexplained noise, but I'm marking in the video when everyone can see it. So that's it. Take a listen. This isn't the podcast. Take a watch, and we'll do a couple of these, and we'll see where we end up with the Solo's Estes Method variations. Okay, we are set up here. I've got my questions. I'm going to get those in a second. So this is Solo Estes Method number 1. Note card variation. I came up with this idea a few hours ago. I wanted to try it out. Fortunately, it's very late at night, and I actually already have a different variation of this where I want to have someone pre-record messages that I can't hear and then play them and then do the Estes Method. But it's too late to get anyone to do that for me, so we'll try that down the road. But we're going to try this note card idea that I came up with. I have 13 questions, one kind of control question, which I will keep the first question, and the other 12 I'm going to shuffle so that I don't know which cards I am pulling out to whatever's around. I'm in an undisclosed location, by the way. And we're just going to see if I can get any type of communication, any type of activity via the Estes Method. So we're going to go through these 12 questions. I'm going to record the session as well with the digital audio recorder, and then we will analyze it and see what happens, and we'll work on it from there. So I'm going to take the first one, I'm going to place it here, and then I'm going to shuffle all the other ones. I'm not going to look at them, shuffling them face down so that I don't know which ones I am pulling, which ones I am saying. I did this a few hours ago, so I've kind of already forgotten what probably half of them are. Good shuffle. You know. So then I'm going to put this one back on top, and I'm going to pull them. I'm going to pull them, show the camera so we can see what they are. And then I'm going to put them back in the pile so that I can go through later so that I know which ones I did ask in case we can't see them on the camera, it doesn't pick it up or whatever. So let's get on with it. Also, it's very hot, so I am sweating like a pig. I have some water around here somewhere. There it is. So once I do want to note, there does appear to be a party or something going on down the street, far enough away where I don't think people will mess with me, but close enough where I can sometimes hear music or loud talking. So just be aware of that you're not hearing ghosts, you're probably just hearing someone party. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. So, to any energies, to any beings, to any people, to any ghosts, whatever you want to call yourself, that are here tonight, we are going to play a little game. We're going to do a little activity. I have cards here with some questions on them. If you can perceive them, if you can read them, I invite you to communicate. I have a device here that will hopefully allow you to get through a little easier than normal, and we'll see where all of this takes us. So, here we go. Try to get a little more comfortable here. All right. First supports. The antenna. Okay. Now we're ready. Now we're ready, everybody. No. Maybe. Yes. I don't know. A lot of mixed signals. Some people want to talk, some people don't want to talk. Well, let's see what happens as we go along. Green. Crystal. High. Brown. Okay. We'll move on. $50. Don't care. Help me. Is that my name? Walden? Walter? Lance? Kiss me. Interesting. Who's next? We'll move on. Run? No. Lies. I'm coming. EIO. I don't know.
right now. 2. California. Looking. Alright. Run away. One thing I was thinking is what it sounded like it finished up with. Getting out. Thinking. I didn't know. Hi. Where were we tonight? Where were we that night, maybe? We can do it. Alright, next one. I'm okay. It's a good one. I'm next in control. Killed. Hope. My friends. Thanking. Plain. I am here. Now. It was before my time. Okay. Definitely. This one's good. What they heard. I don't know. I don't want to know. Me too. in every way. Move on. I know. The world too, Charlie. I know. Stuff like that. What? Message. Distance. We have to. Quickly. Nine. Devil. Ready? Alright, we're gonna move on. For you. Hold on. Up a beat. And getting names. Change it. That's a given. Alright, we'll move on. Alright. Why not? Pretty seldom. Okay, I'll get them all on that one. Let's move on. Two. I'll stop. Thank the Lord. They like it. It's nice. All right. Next card, everyone. Back in there. Something like that. Something like this, more of that. So I'm captured. It's been I remember 20. All right. It's the last card, everybody. More 4. I knew purple. That's right. Power. A few of them. The change came. Actually, I showtime. I got older. Ghosted. It's odd in here. Odd. It's like where something. Odd. Careful. many. Okay. We're going to quit. I'd like to thank everyone for participating. But we'll have to see where this takes us.